Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So in front of us is the 2023 BMW X3 M Competition, finished off in Marina Bay Blue Metallic. This has an MSRP just shy of $89,000. So we are going to start off today's review with what powers this very powerful, smaller size BMW SUV. Underneath the hood is the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder twin turbo. This is paired to the 8-speed automatic transmission. And for the competition package, that pumps it out to up to 503 horsepower, 457 pound-feet of torque. That power sent through the xDrive all-wheel drive system, propelling this 4,600-pound SUV from 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. This has a top speed of 170 miles an hour. And as far as fuel economy, you're looking right around 15 miles per gallon in the city and 20 out on the highway. Now for this particular M Competition, the only added package aside from the M Comp is the executive package. It also provides it though with the Shadowline package, which is all of the gloss black that you will see. I think it pairs very nicely with this blue. For the kidney grille, there's a forward-facing camera. All of the vertical slats with cutouts provide a lot of cooling. The X3 M badge, wish it was blacked out, would tie in a little bit nicer. This has the LED housings for the headlights, DRLs, and turn signals, and then more gloss black running in the lower section with massive inlets. There's parking sensors, a little bit of mesh in the middle there, and then great lines that come down the hood. So it really gives it that distinctive and aggressive front end design for the M Competition. For the side, the wheels have a staggered setup. They're 20x9 and 20x10 with that 5 split spoke design, two-tone finish, and then the red M Sport brakes are just behind that. Good contrast with the blue. More gloss black for the power folding side mirrors with the integrated turn signal and camera. It surrounds the window trim, the roof racks, full moonroof up top, and then a good side profile. I love the fender arches, a little bit of contoured lines there, along with the side skirt that protrudes slightly. And then there's a clean line that goes right about the height of the door handles all the way to the rear, where this has two-tone for this spoiler, gloss black in the lower section with the third brake light and wiper blade. This has the camera system with all these sensors, even dark housings for the LED taillights. There's sensors in the lower section, more gloss black, along with the quad tip dual exhaust. We can take a listen because this does have remote start, so just triple tap on that lock button. This will fire up. You can use that button too to shut this off if you need to, and then use the key fob as well to open up the power liftgate, or use that button that is up underneath. We'll get some exhaust clips once we get this out on the road. Now for the X3, this is not the smallest SUV in the BMW lineup. There's even a spare tire underneath with a cubby over on the driver's side. You could place some additional items if you need to. This has the cover. You can even fold down the back seats. So if you need that much more interior space, you have a practical size for a daily driver. If you don't need a massive SUV, it's definitely very nice. Now, as you heard, it just locked. You can unlock it from the back door handles, which is so convenient to have. This has a manual adjusting sunshade, carbon fiber accents, Harman Kardon sound system. The gray leather is a perfect combo with this blue. This even has the interior ambient lighting. It is just above that carbon fiber trim piece. Seats are that same gray. BMW colors are on the seat belts too. And at 5'10", I am super comfortable for the size of this. These are heated rear seats. All the climate adjustments are in the middle with some more auxiliaries. And you can even recline these seats. So just by using this tab, that allows you a little bit more headroom. I have around an inch or so with them in this upright position. Now right in the middle, there's the armrest with 2 cup holders if you need to use those. And you can even fold down this middle seat independently. So if you need a little bit more versatility, plenty of visibility too. And with the sunroof open or the moonroof, so much light is provided into the interior. Now the driver door panel is just like the rear, but there's all the window adjustments, power folding side mirrors, liftgate release, even some memory seating controls, and a good bit of storage space down below. The X3 M Comp badge is on the door sill, And we have the M Competition seats with that two-tone design, all of the automatic adjustments with the one manual adjustment for that leg support. And of course, this has the M Sport steering wheel, finished off in leather. It's heated too. Left side is all the cruise control settings. There's volume and Bluetooth along with voice commands and tuning. We have M1 and M2 and the paddle shifters. But let's fire this back up so we can go over the rest of these controls. It has a good beefy sound to it for this vehicle. Now for the digital gauge cluster, fuel level and miles per hour are on the left side. On the right side is the tach and the engine temperature. You can also go through some more info using that button on the top of the turn signal stalk. So currently it's showing some data information. I can pull up the TPMS and temperature for the tires. There's some more vitals to monitor, even live readouts for horsepower and torque. The next one is the G-force meter along with audio. You have the different driving modes that the vehicle is currently set in, and M1 and M2 will adjust those accordingly. There's also what gear you are in and a live readout for your MPG. So not a ton of info, but it's nice to have front and center. This does have the head-up display, so currently it is showing miles per hour and the speed limit sign. And you can also configure all of that by using M mode. So if I push on M mode, the entire gauge cluster will change. Now for the head-up display, it shows the entire tach in the upper section. And you can use that to go between road, sport, and track. So depending on what you are doing with your X3 M Comp, you can have it set up for your driving needs. Now on the left side, all the headlight adjustments, a little bit of storage where you can place some items as needed. And then for the infotainment system, super easy to go through. For this home screen, you have all these icons that are laid out well that you can easily go through. And then there's also shortcuts on this left side to get into all this information. This does have navigation, so I can pull that up in full screen. And then under car, under M menu, this is how you can configure M1 and M2. So you can go through all of these different settings to set this up the way that you would like to. For one style of driving, you also have a second option, so you can quickly go back and forth. Now underneath that, there's vehicle status, so you can monitor some more information, all of these stats. And then if I go back into driving information, it can pull up the sport displays. So when you are doing that spirited driving, you can monitor how you are doing right there. If I go back into car, there's driver profiles, owner's manual. You can even pull up Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now going through all that information without touching the screen, I was using this dial along with the shortcuts in front of it. So just depending on how you want to use that system. More carbon fiber, brushed aluminum, and 2 air vents. Above this secondary screen is the shortcut for the intelligent safety. So you can configure those as needed and then take a look at all of your climate adjustments. Fan speed, temperature, where you'd like the air to go. This has heated seats, a few other controls. Power and volume for the radio with all the presets and tuning. And then in the lower section, wireless charging, 2 cup holders, and some more auxiliaries, and then you can hide those as needed and take a look at the X3 M Competition badge. Now for the shifter, that's how you put it into reverse. With the 360 camera system, you have a lot of different angles, and BMW even gives you the same color as your vehicle. Very cool to see that attention to detail. There's gesture control. You can use that to swipe around this or use all of those shortcuts. And then the top-down view is another view to give you that much more visibility. Drive is over to the right. If you do that one more time, that allows you to shift here or using the paddle shifters. Park is on the back side, and you can even adjust the transmission shift points. Pretty cool to see that. There's traction control, a shortcut to the forward-facing camera, so in parking lot situations, you can bring that up. Parking sensors, engine start stop. There's the M mode button that I mentioned, a setup button, the exhaust note, even auto hold and the e-brake, and a downhill assist control. Now a little bit of storage with an auxiliary is in the center armrest, and then even more storage is available in the glove box. We'll take a look at visibility from the driver's seat. Pretty open. It's a small vehicle, so there's really no blind spots for this. We have that full panoramic sunroof, of course, with the controls in the middle, help button on the back side, and then the dome lights are on both sides. And then from second gear, here we go. Even coming around a slight turn, It has a good exhaust note to it. If you're buying the M Competition, you want to hear that exhaust while you are having some spirited driving fun behind the wheel. And it is so quick in these shifts. Not even doing anything crazy. We're up to speed. We can put it back into the normal setting now. What's interesting to note about this too is that when you put it into the drive setting, the transmission shifts will actually still react even without using the paddle shifters. So if you want it to shift quicker while you're just under a normal acceleration, it will still do that, which I think is cool. I love the technology that is offered for this X3. Now, there hasn't been any updates for the X3 just yet, like we've seen on the X5 and the X7. Possibly for the 24-year model, the X3 will have the new infotainment system. So it's the one continuous screen for the gauge cluster as well as the infotainment system. Maybe it will have adaptive cruise control as well. I am not 100% on what I just said there. So for now, we have this configuration for the X3, which I think is a good option to go with. I think a lot of people do like this configuration and this technology that BMW has offered in their vehicles. Really easy to go through, so I like that layout. Let's give it another acceleration though in drive. So like I said, even in drive now, it will shift as you have it set up, which is pretty cool. But I love the drive behind this $90,000 X3. It's super quiet, perfect daily driver. A really good daily commuter if you want that added performance and you still want to put people in the back. I would be super comfortable. I love that the back seats fold down, because in the X5, they did take that away for some of the year models for the recent years. So being able to recline the seats in this smaller vehicle makes me so much more comfortable to ride in those back seats. Oh, I wish I could drive this home right now. It is that cool of an SUV. Unfortunately, that is going to wrap it up for this 2023 BMW X3 M Competition. Once again, a huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this vehicle for me today. Check out their website, give this video a huge thumbs up, and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.